Yeah, baby. Let's get at it. Another episode, another Wrath Aeon of Ruin episode. That is the video you're watching, this awesome video game. Last episode was part 1 of 3. This is part 2 of 3. And the third Hub World video will be, I don't know, at some point here. But right now, yeah, this is the second Hub World of the game. Trimmed way down into 45 minutes, which, as you'll see, it's just some cool looking visuals. This is a cool looking game. I played myself the first Hub World, and I really enjoyed it for what it was. Really enjoyed looking for the secrets, but it's just definitely a game for gamers. Even on the lowest, easiest setting, I just couldn't get used to the controls. Some of these games, they make them for a computer and mouse, and that's the way the controls are optimized, which I don't like that. I'm a controller guy. This game works really well. I mean, it's made for both, but I don't know. There was just some stuff about the controls that just seemed like I couldn't get the hang of, and so I just cut my losses, and I'm just using video from other people playing. But I like the game too much to not use the video, and I just been watching it and listening to a lot of Bill Burr podcasts to it. So now you're watching it and listening to me from this episode from January 2022. This was the last episode of season number 4, and starting next video, episode 47 or whatever, we'll be going into, that'll be start of the new year, 3 years ago, and this is when we really start hitting our stride. So, all right, with that, I'm going to shut up so you can watch this video and keep listening to me talk, but from a few years ago with Paul. And that's the intro to this episode. Later, Gator.
Podcastration's gonna rock the nation in 1, 2, 3, 4. And
we are go. So yeah, this is this will be our second attempt.
Our second take at it.
Of the final episode of the season. We did one a few weeks ago, and it wasn't.
Up a camp.
I know I was a little bit under the influence. And, a little too under the influence. You had to have been really high from huffing fucking Cool Whip right out of the can up there.
You know what? I didn't huff any Cool Whip. I wanted to.
Or is that, what is it called out of the can?
Ready Whip.
Ready Whip.
I've never done that. I've never done I think they call it Whippets.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to, and I've never done it.
I just thought it was kids that didn't know what high was. Like, oh, you breathe it in, you don't feel good, you just feel different.
I don't know, you watch Steve-O.
Lightheaded. Of course, people just shoving the spray paint up their face.
Yeah.
I don't know. They look like they're having a good time.
You know what? I like having a couple beers. I like getting I like being not quite on center, but I can't imagine huffing spray paint.
Yeah, I don't
know if that's exactly the buzz I'm looking for.
No, anymore. I can
maybe things are going wrong.
My tolerance ain't even very good just drinking beer anymore. Even smoking a little weed, I'm just too I do that paint. Huffing paint, I think would that might be my end.
You should spray paint weed.
Yeah.
People do it.
I'm sure. Just smoke, spray paint the weed, then smoke it. You mean that could be a double?
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what I mean.
That could be a double whammy there.
What if you put hairspray on weed and then smoked it? What if you just
smoked it?
You know what? What if you just do think of any kind of household cleaner, put it on anything. What if you dipped your cigarettes in paint thinner?
Yeah, dip your Tide Pod in paint.
Yeah,
and just eat it.
Smoke a Tide Pod. I remember in high school, kids would say that you could get high off of smoking toothpaste.
Okay.
How the hell do you smoke toothpaste?
Yeah, I've never heard that in my life. What kind of toothpaste would they use? Also, that would definitely be the worst thing you could do to your body.
Yeah, toothpaste is the worst thing you could do to your body. There's no way anybody knows what that is.
No. Don't even let them know either. I'm sure referencing an episode at one point, so if you want to know that, you have to go.
I don't know if we did.
Way back.
Probably. You know what?
Maybe not.
If we didn't, so what? No, the world doesn't need to know about that. So anyhow, we recorded an episode up at camp that was going to be our last episode, and we always think our camp episodes are really good. This one, whatever it was, I know all I was thinking about was, we need to kill some deer, or else we're going to have another 1 deer year. We're going to end up buying beef like peasants. But luckily, The next day,
We're killers. What we do.
killers. That was Motorhead. Could you? I don't know the words to that song, but I think the song is called Killers. We're killers. I think it's off Motorizer. I don't know.
I got some good topics here. I'm going to jump into them. So one dumb little laugh I did was a coworker. I don't know what the reference is for, or if it's like a joke. There's a big sticker that says let's go Brandon, I think it said.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear that before?
Yes.
Okay. It's a big let's go Brandon sticker, and I just cut the G and the O apart, and now it says let's grope Brandon on his locker.
That's some kind of like political thing.
Oh, okay. And I'm sure he ain't political. Somebody just had a sticker and they just put
No,
it
they
on.
probably all, because it's like mouth breather stuff. It's
I'm
not
sure.
like it's the people who like hang out on the internet and like just hate on Joe Biden.
Oh, it's that kind of crap.
I'm almost certain somehow it means fuck Joe Biden, and I don't know how, because it's like if you're saying fuck Joe Biden in like code language, you're kind of a loser.
Yeah.
Just say fuck Joe Biden.
Yeah, that's really stupid.
It's something like that. Like I don't understand it. It's one of those kind of things that like
I don't want to either.
exactly like
I'm just gonna
guys. I like politics and I vote every year. I just feel like the last like 8 years have been really dumb, and like wake me up when you guys like start to be normal again.
Yeah, when
people start to like actually have conversations about like policies, I'm interested. When we're yelling "Let's go, Brandon," count me out of this. This is dumb. This isn't like
it just literally comes off as it's just like phone addiction in action. It's just people are in the politics just so they can get on Facebook and post shit.
they want to have something to talk about. Yeah,
Constantly. Any second of free time, it's get on my phone and I hate Joe Biden or pro-Trump or whatever this and that. It's like, you don't give a shit. You're just bored.
it's just fun.
You just don't have a hobby.
Yeah.
You're just lazy and you won't get out.
Why
and
don't you
fucking do
collect
something.
train cars or something?
Yeah.
Do something else. Like, if you're not going to think, then just leave yourself out of politics. Because there's good answers to things. Honestly, there are smart people out there. There's smart people that run for like office. You can vote for smart people. We don't have to have Joe Biden and Donald Trump. We can have like legit
anyone.
good like. There could be good professional politicians out there that you could vote for, but they're just not going to be as like active on Twitter.
It ain't entertaining to vote somebody good.
Yeah.
People want a train wreck because that's entertaining.
Yeah.
That's what they care about more than like an efficient, smoothly run economy or government. People just want to be like out in the streets.
No, I like this red
Fucking-
hat that I got.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. I'm gonna move off of this too.
Yeah, thanks.
So, don't
no.
say thanks yet. Yeah.
Pump the brakes on the thanks.
So, a coworker said that he was at a party, and he wasn't part of this. He was just a bystander watching.
Oh no.
But a kid at a party passed out. Like he's still in his mid to late 20s, back like when he can still have fun and
When
do dumb
anything
shit.
goes.
Yeah. So a kid passed out. Another kid took the passed out kid's pants off, crapped in his pants, and put them back onto the kid. So the kid woke up and thought he was so drunk he crapped himself.
But somebody else pooped his pants.
Pooped into that kid's pants and put them back onto the kid.
That is so gross.
That is really gross.
That is-
My reaction wasn't to laugh, but he told me just as I went out the door to work, like he was coming into work and I was leaving, and I was like, "That's not even funny," is what I said. I'm like, "That's really like that's kind of messed up. That's not kind of messed up. That's really messed up." But sure enough, after I had about like
Yeah.
5 minutes to digest, I'm like, "Well, that is pretty damn funny."
I love the idea of it. If you could wrap it in saran wrap or put it in a bag, if you could poop into a bag and put that in somebody's pants,
Yeah.
okay, you got me. But if it's like if the sweat of your poop is going to reach this guy's thigh,
Oh man.
That's
everything.
unfair.
Yeah.
that's not okay. Unless the kid was a total douche before. he
Yeah, I
passed
don't
out.
know anything of that. I didn't even really talk to the kids, my coworkers, since, but that was that was a good one. I thought too, I was like a wasted of opportunity. He told me that, and I thought before I left, I should have went to the vending machine and got a Snickers and shaped it into like a turd and put it in his pants. Because he changes into work clothes, so in his locker he would have had his pants hanging up in there, and I could have just like twisted that joke around on you. But I didn't, because even I'm a little more responsible than that. But I just had to put that story on here because that is a doozy.
Yeah, that is a doozy.
Oh, hey, while we're on this topic, I got a few more. Because,
Oh no.
well, one thing, some toilet company I just seen online came out with a skull-shaped toilet.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool. I thought, like, why didn't they do that 100 years ago? But maybe it was on a John and Crapper rated. That made
On
it,
the John and Crapper.
Yeah, I seen one, and I legit, like, man, I kind of want one of those now. That would be awesome.
They used to have. There was a bar in Pittsburgh that had Rolling Stones lips shaped urinals, and it was pretty
really?
sick. Yeah,
In Pittsburgh.
yeah. I don't remember like.
What is that's another one of, like, that's pretty specific. Like, where's the market for
You know what?
Where would
Maybe
you
it-
even purchase those?
So maybe it wasn't like Rolling Stones lips, quote unquote rolling. I'm doing the quote signs. So
because their lips had the tongue coming out of it, too.
Yeah.
Right? So I doubt it had
so
that.
maybe it wasn't exactly rolled, but it was enough to make me think like they were definitely lip shaped, and I had just assumed
just enough
Rolling
to make
Stones.
the peeing in a mouth joke, I guess.
It would be like, yeah. Well, yeah. It would be, yeah. I don't know. I thought of it as Rolling Stones, but it probably wasn't an officially licensed Rolling Stones urinal. Although maybe it was, because it's
Who
not like the
knows?
Rolling Stones wouldn't license a
Nowadays,
urinal.
like, who knows? That'd be as rock and roll as anything they could
Yeah.
make. I'm sure Kiss has it.
How many Rolling Stones pinball games do you think there are?
I wouldn't
Like
know.
separate games.
I wouldn't know.
They probably have at least
I'd
7
say
separate.
5. I was
Rolling-
going to say
yeah, okay,
probably 5 over
okay.
the years.
Well, then
And
5.
I mean, in the 70s when it was huge, I'm sure they had to have at least.
Because Kiss has probably 3.
Yeah,
I know
I'm
Iron
sure.
Maiden has at least 4.
All I know is Guns N' Roses has one.
Yeah.
With a non-album song on it, which I want one.
They used to have it at Valley Sports Complex, Pittsburgh Ice
yeah.
Arena now.
Oh, I got a reminder on here. So, I was at Mel's and just got some, lunch or I guess dinner after work. So it wasn't very busy in there, and somebody definitely, and I'm pretty sure it was the hot waitress. I'm kind of 90% sure she sharted because how you can smell that it's not a fart. Like I smelled poop.
So I think I know what you're talking about.
Legit.
Yeah.
Why? How would you know that?
Well, how would you know it?
Oh, I thought you meant specific. I thought you were in there before and smelled.
Oh
I'm
no,
like, what do
no.
you-
I just
No.
mean the difference between
Yeah, yeah.
the difference between the smell of a fart and a poop.
And I'm like, okay, I'm looking around, but it could have been somebody walking. I wasn't paying attention, but I know I just smelled it, and it wasn't near a bathroom. And I'm like, I think it was that waitress, and But what's funny is I was thinking this is controversial. I'm gonna get shit for it, but I was like,
no.
I'm like, she's hot. I still gave her a good tip, and then I was thinking, how should it be wrong to tip like a hot waitress a little more than not a less attractive one? How about this? An in shape, skinny hot waitress versus like a chubbier one. Because I was thinking, if you're a waitress, okay, if they're both working hard on the job, but one's paying for a gym membership and she's putting the time after work to stay in shape and stay hot, especially like a bartender. I'm like, shouldn't you kind of justify tipping like $1 or $2 more? Like I said, even just to cover their gym membership that they're using. Like if they're working hard off the clock, or is that just really like a dipshit attitude?
It's kind of a dipshit attitude.
Yeah, I thought it was.
If
but
you're at a strip club, that probably flies.
Yeah.
But if you're at a bar where you don't know, hey, this waitress who's a smoke show might have no other responsibilities, whereas the one who's kind of out of shape, she might be raising 2 kids on her own, getting kids off
See,
to the bus.
I really don't tip more. I just tip whatever change I have, whatever I do. But I was just thinking that one day. I was thinking there.
Yeah, if you're at the bar, your local watering hole or pizza shop, and you tip $1 or $2 extra to the hot chick,
yeah,
then you are kind of a dipshit.
I was just kind of thinking like I said, hey, like I said, that's a lot of work, but
Yeah,
also
but also that might be their only job, and they might be born with it too. Some people just are born with that. They're just naturally
yeah, that's
pretty.
true too. I was thinking like me, I don't fucking do any work afterwards. If I was a waitress,
Have you ever gotten an extra $1?
I never been tipped. 'Cause
Didn't think so.
I don't fucking.
Didn't think so.
I've never had a job where I got tips. My personality
That's not the body
would
of someone who would be tipped.
my top-notch personality would get me all the tips.
Here's your tip. Lay off the car.
My tip would just be get another job.
You ever have those handicap hot fries?
Yeah, I actually haven't had those. in a
Yeah, I
while.
know. Obviously.
Man,
Lay
those are
off
fucking
them.
good.
There's my tip.
You dick. Now I'm hungry for those.
Dude, I love those things. Those hot fries are so good. They make like a cheddar fry too. Never tried one. I love those.
Yeah,
hot
I
fries.
have. They're good, but you just got to get the original hot ones.
Is Andy Cap some kind of like cartoon character or something?
Probably from like
comics.
What, the 20s, 30s or something?
I don't know. I know he's some kind of comic. Like if you get like a newspaper, I guess. Andy Cap was like a
still
newspaper.
I was gonna say, well,
comic.
yeah, it had to have been from like years ago. Like I said, I actually forgot about those. Really,
They're good. I'd rather have an Andy Cap hot fry. Oh man, no, I don't know if that's true. I was about to say something that was probably a lie. Would you rather have an Andy Cap hot fry or one of those Frito twisty things? It was like honey barbecue Fritos with like the spirals.
I would take the hot fries. I think.
Really? Because they both come in different
They're
size
pretty
bags.
good, but they see the. I know you're talking about them twist. They're like the corn chip ones, right?
Yeah,
I think aren't the spirals like barbecue, and then the corn chips are. I think there's regular and there's chili. I like the chili corn chips too. I think
I'm not talking about those because those are obviously going to win.
They're the
anything.
same brand. That's what
Yeah.
I'm getting at. But I
But
know
this
what you
is a
mean. The
Frito,
spiral.
like-
Yeah, they're the
This is
spiral.
like a Frito like
They're good.
corkscrew shape.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
those
the
things
noodle?
rock.
What's the the name of that? There's the spiral noodles. Are they just called spiral?
So I'm going to say a word that I don't know if is a word. A rotini.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, exactly. Maybe. I don't have any. I don't
You
have
could
any
call
idea.
Nick Labriola.
Labriola.
Nick, yeah. Forget Italian words. Nick Labriola up, and he'll get right on the bottom of that.
You know what? Brooke was at Labriola's this week, and she said they were really busy, and she didn't want to she didn't want to make a scene, but she asked for 2 pepperoni rolls, one for Christmas and one for like us to crush that night, and they were like super busy, and they only gave her one.
I would have gone ballistic. I would have just any excuse to like just jump in the back and grab all of them.
They gave her
and
one.
I'd be eating them all on the way home.
They charged her for one, so it was like no
Yeah.
harm, no foul, but she said she asked for 2 and they gave her one.
I didn't get charged for a big bowl of chili on the way up to camp.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
That was a solid $4 savings on my bill. So
Shout out to what is that place called? Was that called the Hut?
it's called like Cousin something now. Cousin somebody's name,
Skeeter's.
and I forget what it used to be. It was this. I don't know.
Hey, I'm pouring this beer into this glass.
Yeah. When the fuck is Sheetz owned by Willy Wonka? We're thinking of them
Yeah,
fries
Sheetz is owned by Willy Wonka.
because there's always new candy when I go there. So it wasn't that long ago I had a Fruit Loop flavored Kit Kat, like the cereal Fruit Loops. Now there's a Fruity Pebbles candy bar out.
Yeah.
And them little round caramel creams. You get like the package of them of like 8 or so.
The Carmelos?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're
Dude,
Carmelos.
I love Carmelos.
Well, now they have Oreo style ones.
Ah!
Which is just like greatness overload.
Yeah.
Just
There's an Oreo one.
Yeah.
The Carmelos are like, dude, the caramel in those, that consistency, like how stringy it is. I've
no,
never
then this
seen anything
ain't
like
that. This is a different one. I'm thinking of the candies. It's they're round. The outside's the chewy caramel, and then they got like that cream in the middle. They
This is what I'm thinking of.
yeah. If you saw them, you'd know what I mean. I think they're just called caramel creams. I think that's like the actual name of them.
With caramel on the outside and like the white stuff, like a
yeah.
cow tail.
Yeah, and they're cut. You know how they are. They're,
Okay,
you
okay.
Yeah,
I like those too.
Yeah, there's like Oreo. They're like it's dark Oreo flavor outside. I didn't try those actually.
Oreo on the outside.
but- yeah,
I could see Oreo on the inside. I'd crush that.
I don't know.
I'd probably crush anything.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.
I'm gonna. Yeah,
Look
I'd
at
say
me.
any of these I'd cry. Like that. I love Fruity Pebbles cereal. The candy bar is a bit much, but it was still good to try. once.
Bonnie. That's my best Fruity Pebble commercial impression.
I haven't watched that in years. There's a Steve-O has his own hot sauce now. It's called Butthole Destroyer. I seen that on a shelf. That might have even been that couldn't have been at Sheetz. It might
Does it
just
have a
been-
picture of? Is it made with actual like Steve-O butthole?
I didn't pick up the bottle and inspect it. I doubt there's a butthole on it, but knowing them, I don't know.
I wouldn't be
it could
surprised at all if you take
yeah.
off the cap and like
Yeah,
how you shake it out, it comes out of like a balloon knot. That guy, he
Like
can
when you twist
get
off
away.
the cap, it just goes. It's like cocaine to laugh.
That guy. Who do you think has more money, Steve-O or Johnny Knoxville?
I'd say Johnny Knoxville just because I think he was like listed as a producer on all that shit. He probably got extra, like an extra percentage.
Steve-O's a stand-up.
Steve-O, he does a lot of stuff, but Johnny does a lot of stuff too.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I have no idea.
And honestly, that Jeff Tremaine, he still produces those episodes of Ridiculousness.
Oh yeah,
and that show is always on TV.
I was listening to. Actually, I think the Steve-O podcast, when he has the Jackass guys on, they always talk about, like, what are you doing now? They even talk, like, how much money you get for this and that, and they all just have their side stuff. And a lot of their side stuff is, like, actually, it's probably better off than a lot of, like, actors and athletes. Like, freaking Shaq endorses everything now.
Oh, my goodness.
I think it's just, like, the first email he gets of, like, hey, do you want to be on this product? He's like, yep. And then,
have you been into Staples recently?
No.
You can't turn around without seeing Shaq.
Shaq, he's just fucking everywhere.
And I wonder, and this is like, this might be super dumb, but I wonder if Shaq got in with like all the like HP, basically, I went into Staples to buy, I wanted to get a thingy that would like show your phone on like an HDMI adapter for your phone.
Oh, okay, I know what you mean.
And you go into Staples, and they had like, there was at least 5 Shaq like outline thingies. You know, like those store like
probably huge stores. Are they all like life size?
They're really big. Well, no. Well, they are, but not Shaq life size.
No, like okay, they're
bigger than me.
They're still like
5'6",
modified to actually fit in the store.
And there was like his hips.
Not every ceiling's an 8-foot fucking ceiling.
Whatever. I don't know what size. Like I would imagine Shaq would wear like a size 45 waist.
I thought you were gonna go shoe size. I bet his shoes are like 25
shoes are
inch.
Probably like they probably don't even measure in numbers. Shaq's shoes are probably like double M's. But his like poster thingies, the waists on them. His waists are like, I'm a 32 waist. His waists on these things
yet,
are like 32s.
I never seen him endorse big and tall stuff yet. Or he probably already done it. He probably did it. He did that 20 years ago when he was still playing with the Orlando Magic.
When he was doing Shazam.
Yeah.
Was there a scene in Shazam at the
rap album
at the Men's Warehouse?
I'm sure
there should have been.
I saw our friend Zach texted me. He said he saw a guy wearing Calvin Klein sweatpants that said Calvin Klein jeans down the side of the sweatpants. So on their sweatpants, they're advertising for their fucking jeans. I don't know if that's genius or just someone.
Genius.
Yeah, that is genius. Why have jeans printed on the side of sweatpants?
It's clearly not sweatpants.
That's fucking great. Wherever you can fit advertising, like it'd be funny, like on the side of your Ford truck, it's like, Ford minivans.
What if we had our own clothing company, and we could put tobacco ads on things?
Yeah,
so we could make Marlboro T-shirts.
That would be great. You could do that to every product you make is just advertising one of your other products.
And have they can send us kickbacks, like cool cigarettes
to ourselves.
Or Newports could send us like kickback. Like, hey, if we make 6,000 T-shirts, will you send us $6,000?
Just send us cigarettes.
I don't even smoke cigarettes.
I know, but it'd be funny.
Talk to your friends over at Copenhagen and send me a couple rolls of Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Even that, I wouldn't even want paid in Copenhagen because I'd just rather have money.
Hey, speaking of advertising, let's go to a commercial break here.
Because I have to pee.
We can
continue this. Is so much better than the other. I'm so glad we decided to record another finale.
Hopefully. I
and this is still really bad.
Yeah. All right, commercial break.
Embrace the heat. Pursue the flame. Fuel your inner fire with Dragon's Breath. The biting new essence from Demon Claw Colognes. Just one little dab, and you'll emanate the hidden dragon within. Lather like a reptile with Dragon's Breath Cologne, and she'll roar for more. Demon Claw Colognes. We bring out the inner demon in the wind.
It's an idyllic midsummer day in the peaceful years following the Great War of 2077. The sun shines bright. Birds are in full song. Children play innocently in the streets. Nothing on Earth could ruin this utopian setting. Unfortunately, the evil, fearsome threat falling from the skies isn't from Earth or our galaxy. When the alien cyborg destruction droids rapidly and unexpectedly start to encircle, enslave, and destroy all humans across the globe, there's only one man the people call to. One man humanity can count on. One man with the guts to fight back. That man is Gunfist.
You robo-pussies are gonna pay for this!
A retired special operations soldier, Glenn Gunfist is a well-armed and even better fisted one-man killing machine. And he is the kind of person to stand by and let mankind be pushed around.
Oh no! Destruction droids have captured me and stripped off my clothes and tied up my limber body to this wall in an erotic torture pose. Somebody help me!
Oh, you intergalactic assholes!
Oh, Gunfist, you're my hero! Oh, I want you now! Go ahead and ravage me!
Cool. Starring Prance Legworm as Gunfist.
Looks like you need some more lead in your diet!
And co-starring Cynthia Mold as Patricia Perkypants.
Oh my, such a big gun you have!
And the Macho Man Randy Savage as the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Ooh, you really and Bricks picked the wrong minute to mess with.
Yeah! Critics are calling Gunfist the best action movie event of the decade, and possibly of all time. It's the must-see film event of the year.
See this gun? See this fist? You better run, cause I am pissed!
Gunfist, coming to a theater near you this fall.
I'm saying. What are we starting off with post commercials?
What do we do? How do we do up at camp? Right, we kill.
Okay, we were going to talk about deer killing.
Yeah, let's just jump right into that.
So, the way I figure it, every year, Brooke and I need to kill at least 3 deer to not have to buy
Each.
beef, unless we really want beef, because there is no substituting. Like, unless you want like a steak.
Cheese fries, steak. You're getting me hungry.
Well, yeah, the hot fries. If you want hot fries on your steak, then you need to get beef. But for the most part, if it's just a normal work week and you're going to have tacos, then that's just deer meat.
Before I forget, I'm going to interrupt this real quick with because I was texting you, or I think I texted you before. I think actually maybe I did this on the podcast already. Did I ever talk on the podcast about my idea of I want to infiltrate and work at like a Cheetos factory or maybe the Andy Caps fries factory, and I want to smuggle the powdered cheese. I want to start a Cheetos cheese cartel. Because I think, why can't you go to the store and just buy a big thing of Cheetos cheese powder? Because why not drizzle it on steak? Why not cook your burger and dip it in Cheetos cheese? Even if you don't use it often.
Like the powder of it.
Yeah, just the powder, just to sprinkle on food. Top your pasta off with Cheetos.
Instead of Parmesan cheese, you can just use the powdered cheese stuff.
It's just, or like I said, Andy Cap stuff.
Well, how much is a box of like Kraft macaroni and cheese? Is that $1?
Probably. That'd probably be about the same source, huh?
So for $1, you could fill up a pepper shaker full of the cheese powder.
Yeah.
Right?
But I kind of want Cheetos. I want the top shelf. It's, if you're getting cheese powder.
You don't think those are the same?
Probably.
I honestly don't know.
I don't know. I want to know that.
I don't know either.
But, all right, we can go back to hunting. I just had to interrupt.
Okay. So we need 3 deer a year to not have to buy beef, unless we want novelty beef, which would be in the form of steaks.
Or like beef sticks, you mean, or
yeah,
jerky, stuff like the luxury meats.
Yeah, exactly. So up at camp the week before the first weekend of deer season, I killed a doe, and I quartered it. I put it in the Yeti cooler, and it was gonna be cold up at camp. I wasn't sure how cold. I knew it was gonna be cold enough that like this will probably be okay to last for the week. So I quartered it and put all like the chunks in the cooler behind camp. And I left it behind camp in the shade so it didn't get sunlight to it, so it like maintain a cold temperature. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, we went up next weekend, me, Brooke, and Levon, and that was fun. That deer had it was fine. So it worked out really well.
No
But
bears got into it.
It left us with 2 deer to kill that next weekend.
2 deer minimum.
Yeah, so 2
could-
deer minimum.
The plan was to kill as many as we could
I could have killed a buck.
legally.
Brooke could have killed a buck and a doe, and Levon could have killed a buck and a doe. So we could have killed 5 more deer that weekend. Yeah. It worked out. Levon popped a doe from.
Well, I missed one first night.
Oh,
the first
yeah, you
evening I
did
got there
miss
out
one.
in the field, I shot at one.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah, I must have missed. I remember I was pretty cold and shaking. I thought I had made a good shot, but clearly I didn't. I missed. It happens.
And you were really high.
No, not at that point. You got me thinking. I don't think I was.
No, I'm just making that up. You wouldn't hunt high.
No.
No,
I wouldn't have missed if I was high. I also probably wouldn't have seen it.
There was a
I might
There
have
was a
been
video game-
singing and dancing in place instead of hunting.
singing fish songs.
Yeah.
There was a video game, like Cabela's hunting game, where it had a bullet camera. When every time you'd shoot, like the bullet would have a camera, so you'd follow the bullet.
I saw you. But it'd have to be in slow motion, right? Because it'd be instantaneous if
Yeah,
you did
it was slow. It was a slow thing. Because you could, like, what I would always do was just get, like, okay, I'll just grab the bow. Because you always had unlimited arrows. So, like, ammo was unlimited. So just shoot a bow up in the air and look for animals underneath your arrow. Just use it as, like, a spy thing.
Yeah.
You know?
You could. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, oh, there's a herd of elk out 200 yards away. So then you just kind of lower your trajectory a little bit and eventually, like, work your way into the herd of elk and pop an elk. That's what happens. That's what happens when you hunt when you're high. You think you like follow the bullet, the trajectory of the projectile.
Then you end up shooting a real arrow through somebody's house.
Yeah.
Stick it hits the side of their car.
So anyhow,
Yeah.
Levi missed a deer the first night, but he was on crack. So what do you expect? Then the second day you got one.
It would have been Thursday morning I shot my doe.
So Thursday you got a doe.
In the morning, like pretty early. I was only in my
It was a
stand.
yearling.
Was I even in my stand 20 minutes?
No.
I think it was like 10 minutes. I sat down
It was almost nothing.
and they just bounced right into me, which is how I like it. I didn't have to fucking get cold or anything. Sit down, shoot.
That's how everyone likes it, asshole.
Yeah.
Of course that's how you like it.
I like.
That's how I like it. I don't even have to. I still have scrambled eggs on my breath. So you shot a doe. That was on Thursday morning.
Yeah.
And then Friday was going to be the last day of hunting. Because Brooke and I, we were planning on going home on Saturday anyhow. So at that point, Brooke says, and Brooke hunted hardcore. Brooke hunted.
She was out a lot.
She only came back to pee. Like, I'd come back and take naps and make grilled cheese
That's one
sandwiches and
underrated
stuff.
thing I think of as a guy. Because there's like, could you imagine having to walk back to camp every time you had to piss?
Nope.
I'm like, I wouldn't even get out of the tree stand. I'm like, I'm just gonna pee over the side. Whatever.
Yep.
Screw it. Yeah.
I pee out of my stand. I pee on the leaves underneath my tree. I pee.
I
just
wouldn't in
pee.
archery, but rifle. Who cares?
In rifle, and so apparently they say like deer don't care.
It's what I think. Like
They've done studies, you know.
a lot of deer don't even know to like until they're shot at. They don't know humans even mean danger.
Ted Nugent, when he finds a fresh scrape, he pees in the scrape. And deer don't like.
That's when he's. I don't. Does he even hunt anymore? Does he just hang out at the freaking White House lawn? He's just a political fucking nuisance.
I think he still hunts.
I
think he's
sure he
mostly a
does.
dude. He's mostly a bro.
I just hate him online.
I don't even.
I
follow
see him all
online.
the time on these. It's always on music sites. It's never anything. He hasn't talked about guitar or music in years. It's just everything's political, and he just got to go. He's got to be that guy to go against the grain of everything. To be like just attention.
But I like it. I like that somebody does it.
He
I'm
takes
glad.
it overboard, but also they keep giving
Everybody
him the
else
attention.
does too, though.
Yeah, sometimes
You know?
it's like it's the leave
Neil
him alone.
Young takes it
Yeah,
overboard.
don't even ask these guys. Like, why do you want to hear their stupid shit all the time? Anyway,
Yeah, everyone
irrelevant.
takes their side overboard. I'm glad there's one dude on like the Republican side that takes it overboard because there's like 50 on the Democrat side that take it overboard. I'm glad I'm glad there is like, but also it sucks that it's one of our good ones.
Yeah.
I call him one of ours. I would like to consider myself a Republican. I would just like to wait until like Republicans are normal again.
Yeah.
Right now, like, all right, you guys are kind of like nuts. But anyhow,
Yeah.
another like off the
the rails.
Rails. Yeah. So Thursday night, Brooke says like, "Hey, if you see a doe, like my tag's up for grabs. We just need the meat now." So luckily, I was in my stand on Friday morning. I guess it was right. Yeah, it was Friday morning, I think. And I had a big doe came through, and we killed a. It was a big doe, and that was cool. We got a doe out of it. So we had all 3 deer, butchered them up, and we got 15 pounds of breakfast sausage, 25 pounds of Italian sausage, and I want to say like 35 pounds of ground meat.
That fucking doe you shot was.
It was so freaking big. I like. It came in like 60 yards, and I shot it like it was a really good shot. Like, you know, not trying to toot a horn, but it was a good shot. It went right through, like double lung, no damage to any guts or anything. And when we gutted that thing, those guts, it was at least 40 pounds of guts.
Oh, I'd say probably closer to 50 or 60 if I had to guess.
And that meat had like a sour smell to it.
Who cares? It'll still be delicious.
It ground up fine. Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, so we ended up with 3 deer, which is awesome. I've been eating breakfast sausage. This week we made a big batch of chili on like last Sunday. I've been eating chili.
Wait, did you say breakfast chili?
I probably did say breakfast chili.
I was gonna say that's a fucking great idea.
Well, sometimes
what it is, if you make chili for dinner, you're going leftovers. I wake up, Actually, I know I've eaten chili for breakfast before.
When I have chili like this, what I'll usually do is put it in like an egg pan in the morning. And get the chili boiling, and then put 2 eggs in the chili, and then put a lid over it so the eggs kind of steam up on the top.
I don't know why I've never done that, but immediately I was thinking, you know, it's like an omelet or scrambled eggs with chili on it. Oh my goodness, that would be good.
It is good.
That's another one where I think it'd be so delicious my heart might just give out. I would just complete pleasure. Like instantly just zap the hell because like you can't enjoy anything that much.
How much fat comes off of this chili? You know when you cook food and you when you cook a soup and you like let it sit in the fridge and like the top of it gets like a big scuzz of fat on the top.
I never scrape it off.
Zero. There's 0 fat on this. It's all deer meat.
Yeah, because it's just lean
and you know what? Damned if it isn't delicious.
I got 2 event ideas. They're like food related. I think we should have a barbecue.
Yes.
We just make a ton of food, and we can't stop listening to Guar until all the food's done, like, eaten up. I don't want it to be fun. I want it to be torture. I think, like, the 20 minutes, the joke of listening to Guar at most, that's about as, you know, after 20 minutes, it'd be like, all right, this sucks. I want to change it. So it'd turn into, like, a food eating contest. You have to, like, then if you're like, let's eat all this shit up so we can just change it to another band. But the barbecue, also, it just sounds cool. But I also have lasagna-thon. And it's just simply an excuse to make a bunch of lasagna. And that's it. No special. I just want to... What are you doing this weekend? I want to say, like, oh, I'm going to lasagna-thon.
I do like the idea of lasagna-thon. And the barbecue is funny. But why couldn't you just make less food?
But you have to listen to a lot of Guar. I don't want it to be, like, enjoyable. I honestly don't know a single Guar song. I don't either. Back to hunting. Because my coworkers, that's all they live for, hunting. They're like not even sports guys that big. They talk constantly about hunting, and I was wondering, a lot of it's they're getting old, so it's all about like they're going. Like we've had to talk on here before about going. You know, there's using crossbows. It's not even archery hunting anymore. You know, it's blurring the lines between using a rifle and a bow. And I'm wondering, what do you think in like 50 or 70 years, hunting's going to be? People set up that have like a camera and just a remote gun.
Yeah.
And they just sit in their house and use their phone, and they just, you know, like a video game. You just put your, you know, use your crosshairs, control your remote gun it's a mile away, from, you know, out in the woods, and shoot your deer that way. And I was like, that's probably not far off. I bet within 100 years that's what hunting is. But people still call it a sport, you know.
I'll bet you the military has that kind of technology already.
That's what I mean, but it's just not used, you know, at your house.
I would kind of assume that would never. Honestly, I would assume that would never happen.
The scary part is because it would be like, oh, well, that's my security system. So you're on your phone and like, who's in my yard? You know, the people that just shoot first and ask later. It's like, oh, that was just a neighbor's kid getting his, you know, wiffle ball out of the yard. But I was thinking of like, that's just like, I can imagine someday that's where hunting will trend. It's just sitting on your couch in your bathrobe, sipping your coffee, and there's a deer out near my, within 200 yards of my remote gun. You just shoot out there, but it's 50 yards away from the house, so it's legal and all that shit. Probably, yeah, like you said. Now that I say it, probably not.
I don't know, man. I'll bet you people tease it, but hopefully it doesn't happen. I honestly think like it's so different when you hunt archery season and then you go into rifle season.
Yeah.
And you realize the difference between like a makeable shot in archery is like 30 yards, 40
that was
yards.
about my limit.
And then you go out in rifle season like, damn, I can go tap a deer from 300 yards.
I got to aim a little low at that range.
Yeah. It's like, it's nuts to think about like, oh, I can shoot 400 yards
especially
almost.
the scope. I always think they're closer than they are. And then you like start counting steps. You're like, oh damn, that's a little farther than I thought. That one I missed. I thought it was like 80 yards, but once I started walking and like looking back, I'm like, that's probably at least 100.
Yeah.
Maybe closer to 120-ish or so. Of course, steps ain't exactly yards. I don't know. I judge, but you do your like half best you can. But it was a little like once I was walking the distance, like that's a little farther than I thought. Still with a gun, close range, but
it is hard to judge distances. But also, a 180 grain 30-06 round at 300 yards drops almost 10 inches.
Traveling at probably about 2,500, probably
I think it's like 1,700.
Yeah, feet per second. Of course, it depends a lot on the gun and the round. There's a lot. I remember there was a chart one time on.
Yeah.
I think it's higher than that. I think they're.
I don't know.
Maybe. I think you're right. I think the Yacht 6 was right around 2,000 feet per second, but I think it was a 270. I remember they had a comparison. I think it was like 300 mag, or 30-06, and I can't remember. Also, this is a long time.
A 270 would move a little faster than 30-06.
Yeah, I think maybe that was the one that was like 25. Now they might be using.
Think how dumb this is.
Yeah.
A 270 is a neck down 30-06.
Yeah, I know.
All you're losing is 0.03 diameter.
Yeah, and it is like.
That's minuscule. Just make one of them.
Yeah.
You don't need a 270 and a 30-06. Just, hey, Winchester, find a round, make a lot of that round, and get rid of the other round. Stop making
you don't damage any more or less meat with one.
It's 6 of one and a half dozen of the other. Just pick one, make the other one obsolete.
And that's just
My
caliber.
goodness.
Then you consider, so you've got a 30-06 round. There's so many different types of bullets just for that. So if you want a ballistic tip, get it. If you want a full jacket, get it. You can get whatever,
But there's always
150 grain up to what, 200 some grain, like whatever.
For the last at least 10 years, there's been a run on ammo. Mm-hmm. At least the last 10 years. It's not a Democrat president. It's not a Republican president. It's just there's always been a run on ammo. Guys, stop coming up with stupid friggin' rounds.
Yeah.
We don't need a 35 Wayland.
No.
We don't need like a 6.5 Creedmoor. Get out of here. We're done fine.
If you want a gun to shoot like huge game in Africa, when you go to Africa, just get it there. I'm sure they have tons of that shit.
I don't know.
I
don't know. They have a lot of weird, like, little armies and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess around here, like, some people hunt grizzly bears and stuff. I get it, but
probably buy your ammo in the United States.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
But just kill everything with a 30-06.
Yeah, it does. Like I said, you can get a bigger round version of it for bigger game or smaller.
Here are the 6 rounds of ammo. I haven't thought about this at all. 6 rounds of ammo the world needs: 410, 20 gauge, 12 gauge, 22, 223, 30-30. Shit, I'm at 6 already.
And 30-06.
And 30-06. And for a bonus, 30-06.
Yeah.
Everyone else, if you didn't make that list, if you didn't make my short list of 7, sorry, guys. Trade it in for one of those guns.
I would say why...
You know what? I'd take the 410 off.
I was just going to say, you probably don't need... Like, a 20 gauge is like... You can kill a squirrel with a 20 gauge.
A beginner should
especially if you aim for the head or something,
I'd take the 410 off my list.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was just going to suggest. You don't even need that.
So there we go. We just solved the problem of ammo.
Oh,
what else can we solve?
I want to tell real quick. So our friend Zach, who's been on here a couple times, I want to tell him about the bears.
I don't really like Zach.
Nobody does.
Can we skip it?
Yeah, true.
We
Okay,
just
we'll
not
move
talk
on.
about them.
No, he has. He showed us a video on his phone. So apparently, during the day, their garage door was open. So before they, went to bed for the night, they used his remote from the house and just shut the garage door. Well, the next day, his wife goes to opens the garage door, and a freaking bear was in the garage. A mother bear walked out and she was just standing out there because she clearly had cubs in it. And then what was it? 4 cubs ended up eventually coming out of the
I don't remember if it was 3 or
garage.
4.
And I know
it was
that
more than 2.
it was pretty well trashed. One of them even bit the tire, put a hole in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
At least one tire, but like I said, usually it depends how worn your tires are. So if your tires are half worn, if you got to replace one, you're kind of stuck replacing all of them.
Yeah.
Because he said he couldn't plug it. It was chewed, The bears are trying to clearly.
Man.
There's 5 bears trying to get out of this thing and looking for food.
I talked to him a few times since the video, and I never I just saw the video and I was like, man, that's wild stuff, man.
Yeah.
And I never asked him anything else about it. I didn't realize there was all that other stuff going on.
But she
Wow,
says
dang.
it sucks, but it is funny, and the video is pretty epic. And the bear's just standing out there.
Yeah, those bear. Man, that's freaking. That was a cool video.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised we haven't talked about it because honestly, we haven't recorded for a while.
Bears
yeah.
are like Germans. They're like, you just can't stay mad at them.
can't
Even
stay
they
mad
trash
at
your
'em.
shit, but then you look at the video, and it is pretty adorable watching all the mother and the cubs go wandering, running out of there. But yeah. Oh shit, we need to wrap this up. Let's hurry up and do
Yeah.
that. Okay, beer review.
Okay, beer review. You
So-
have the can there. What's it called? 5 and 20. Oh, I have the can
Yeah,
too.
5 and 20
So-
Brewing Company.
Brooke and I make wine every year, and we go up to New York and buy the juice. And on the way up, you pass through Erie, Pennsylvania, and up in Erie there's wineries and breweries out of the dickhole. And this brewery is called the 5 and 20 Brewery. It's a brewery, distillery, and winery all in one. Mazza Brewing or Mazza Winery, and I don't know what they call the brewery or the distillery. I don't really care. Yeah. But this 5 and 20 Brewing, their Shapeshifter IPA.
So it's Shapeshifter IPA, but what's the Rainbow Cube? Is that just a side name?
Oh, I'm sorry. Rainbow Cube is the name of the beer. Shapeshifter IPA is what they call their IPAs.
That's their style.
They
of
have
IPA. It's their own.
They have different ones that will rotate through, I guess. It's just something, honestly.
Little excessive,
it's just
but yeah.
something dumb.
But it's not, which is good. The IPAs we drink anymore, we kind of take the milder ones now. I don't care for the hoppy ones.
I don't like a
anymore.
really strong beer anymore.
No,
quite
this one's I say only 4.5% alcohol, which is a little lower than these IPAs tend to be. Which anymore, like I said, that's pretty good. 'Cause
I like it.
This one's more of a.
I like a low percentage beer now.
I like about 6.
Because I usually
What I like
too.
is I like low percentage, but I like to have a strong one on standby if you just need some party nitros.
Yep. I like a beer that tastes strong and isn't strong, and this one is there. It's a really this is
taste wise is definitely
I was
high up
really
there.
excited to drink this beer.
Can's pretty simple. It's just kind of a black can. It has a
16-ounce can.
I guess an early '80s digital computer
Trapper Keeper looking
thing
cubes on the front of it.
label. But I definitely give I'll give it my 4 out of 5 crush rating. Because its taste is high up there. It's pretty good. No, it definitely ain't like a guy jumping off a cliff cutting a dragon's neck in half or something artwork wise, but it is. Yeah, I'd say a solid 4. What do you think?
Out of 10, I would easily give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I'm not knowing what I would save a 10 for, because to me, this is exactly what
You almost have to save a half point because someday there's gonna be the one beer that's just.
But I can't imagine what would hit the spot better. I really like the beer, and I've been holding on to this one for friggin' 2 months waiting to taste this one.
Nice. All right, so there's a beer review. The band plug for this last episode of season number 4 they're called Fateful Finality. They're a thrashy metal band from Germany. So
Guten Tag.
they go well with Grolsch. And check out the albums Mankind and Executor. I listened to them just this week, actually, and they were pretty rad. Yeah, hey, I guess that's it.
Is that going to do it for the season?
One more down, and infinite to go.
Oopie doopie.